Welcome back, Joes and Jodettes. It's Jake, and
I'm Steven.
Steven's finally back after our first two episodes, episode 00 and episode 001.
Down about 15 pounds.
Yeah, well, I'm gaining it back for you.
Got that college diet going on.
That's what I have. But I ain't in college, so. So, how has film school been treating you?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the fun part. It's
Our
not so much
mascot.
film school. He is just as close as he can get. No,
Yeah.
that's not. So,
Come here, King. Come here. Come on.
I got yall learning disabilities, right? A couple of them. Makes me not read no such good. So, I was hitting him up and I'm like, hey guys, I'm in this Japanese class. I'm really falling behind. I'm like, I know there's a waiver process. They don't call it a waiver. It's called an adjustment. I'm like, I know there's a adjustment process that can say like, hey, you can just take cultural classes. You don't have to take a language class if you have a legitimate reason. I got that approved recently, which is a big deal. Yeah, because it means that the university is actually going to not put something in my way that I'm not going to be able to get past to graduate.
Well, that's nice of them.
Right? It's actually very painless once we actually got through with it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, hey, at least you're dodging obstacles on your way to the top, right?
yeah, that's my big thing that I've had going on. But otherwise, film classes are excellent.
Do you have anything new that they learned you that you can tell us about?
This move, actually, believe it or not, I'm still ahead of the curve a little bit.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I mean, we watched some cool movies in one class, and not stuff that everybody else is gonna like, but
Yeah.
we just watched some cool movies in one class, and we do a business class that's really interesting.
What do you mean a business class?
It's just like how the industry's organized.
How the film industry's organized?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, then we need to talk about Backfist then, since you know how that's running now. Go ahead and give them an update on Backfist 2.
We're at
Watch the first one on Gaming While Impaired.
We have 7 pages. And in those 7 pages is words that, when put together, creates something akin to a first act of a story.
I thought you said you had like 40.
No, I said I would, because this is the part I always get to and I can't think of what to do next.
Well, you got to collaborate. That's what the whole part of this process.
We've collaborated on this before.
No, we have not collaborated.
Not recently.
You just
but in
tell
the
me your
past,
stories, and
in
I'm
the
like,
past,
okay, cool. Where do you want to go with it? And you
We
never
will-
you change the subject every time.
Okay. We will discuss the specifics of it off stream. However,
But
I
it's
still
gonna be
have the 2 guys riding off with the girl at the end of the first act. We have a little party of characters.
Yeah, but why are we riding off into the sunset?
Not into the sunset.
Okay.
We're just riding off, trying to figure out how we're gonna get what we want.
Okay.
We also gotta figure out.
I got
Dang.
some ideas.
Ken, that's loud.
I got some ideas of something I'd like to try and attempt to act. But we'll see. Yeah, he just licked your hand after licking his testes, didn't he?
Stop. It's okay.
He disappeared for a minute. So tell the fans about your little controversy at school.
Can we talk about it?
Hey, we can talk about it. I'm just not going to get political.
So, our school was doing some stuff that maybe wasn't so great as far as associating themselves with explicitly political organizations. And me and my roommate were like, okay, fine. Done deal. So, I went ahead down to the county GOP headquarters, picked us up 4 Trump signs, put them in our windows, which really made people mad. They've tried to force us to take them down. Turns out there ain't no rule says we can't do it. And in fact, it's a protection from the school that we can. Had our windows knocked on, gotten nasty letters, stuff like this.
Nasty letters.
Or
You ain't told me anything about my nasty
nasty
legs.
comment from me on all right, but like we were like, no, we're within the rules. So she dropped it. So I finally got the last one given away. So we went from having 4 of them in 2 windows to having 4 of them spread out across the housing area. Yeah. 4 more years, people. It's gonna happen.
We'll see. I don't know what's gonna happen. To be 100% honest, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
It's good. I act like I know, but there's, it's all just educated guesses.
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast today. And they were talking about like diet, and it was saying like apparently how when you eat broccoli, there's no harmful chemicals in broccoli until you bite on it. Apparently, the broccoli releases like a chemical that's poisonous to humans. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I'm too dumb to know if that's true or not.
I mean, there's plenty of all green leafy things are semi-poisonous.
Well, yeah, because they don't
All
want to be
vegetables,
eaten.
all vegetables are a little bit poisonous. It's just that we don't get sick from them.
We can, apparently, according to that guy.
No. So if you went out here, like if you ate like oak tree leaves,
Yeah, no.
it would make you sick.
Yeah.
But like anything that's like a fruit or vegetable that you eat, it's just that our bodies have either gotten used to it or we've bred it into a state where it doesn't have very much.
Apparently, we did that with almonds. We bred them into a state where you can eat them.
Yes, almonds will still make you sick if you eat a bunch of them.
Yeah. Apparently, broccoli will too. I don't know. Because apparently, when you bite into the compounds of it, it breaks the wall or the
Break the cell wall.
cell wall, and then that's what releases the harmful.
Can't.
Would you ignore him?
I can't.
Yes, you can.
He's over there
Yeah, you can
making
ignore
a
him.
fucking mouth sound.
You can ignore him. It's not that hard.
Can you just not make mouth sounds, buddy?
No, he does that. That's what he does. He's the dog. He's our mascot. You leave our mascot alone.
Oh. Okay.
You want to put some beer in there to keep him cold?
You take 2 of them.
Alrighty. Alright. So this is supposed to be our Halloween episode, ain't that right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Oh, there you got me back.
So happy Halloween, fellow Joes and Jodettes. You bunch of fuckers, all of you.
So, Halloween one. So we've established that I'm a film student, right?
Yes.
Well, I think I know what I want to make.
A horror movie.
We're close. It's something that they always make more of.
Horror movies.
Television.
Saw.
No.
They always
Yes.
make more of them.
That's true. Television.
Well, yeah.
I want to make like a Ghost Adventures type show.
Oh, shit. Them chains are moving, Steven. And you see Steven sitting in the corner with a fucking magnet. Just, don't film me, you asshole.
Keep me out of the shot. No, because I've been getting into it recently.
Horror?
No,
Or supernatural shows?
Yeah, like, no, not the shows. Like,
no, I said supernatural shows. Not like the
not-
show Supernatural.
No, not the shows, but just like,
Paranormal.
yeah, like people missing in weird situations. Like stuff that's,
Missing 411.
I've looked at a little bit of that, but I'm not still 100% sure.
That's some weird shit.
Some of those are very weird.
Some of those are
But
very
yeah,
weird.
that more
Especially
that
like the
kind of
kids ones where they describe the same fucking thing, either a bear or a wolf.
stuff. Yeah, there's some weird ones.
Like that freaks me the hell
Like
out.
people who go missing for like a week, but then they come back and they're not dehydrated.
Yep, and they're perfectly fine. They don't look like they just spent a week out in the middle of the wilderness.
You could be identified like as a little bit medically dehydrated after like 24 hours.
Yeah,
Like it'd be easy for like,
I'm-
a paramedic to.
I'm probably always medically dehydrated, to be honest, because I don't drink water at all. I drink coffee and beer.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like the obvious thing is they're gonna be like, oh, we want you to fake door slamming. They're like, we want you to fake door slamming and people running around. I'm like, that's not what I want to do, but I do want to like go be like,
What's going on?
yes, what is going on? Because obviously,
Like Expedition Unknown.
is that what they do on that one?
Yeah, they just like investigate. Not like Ghost Adventures. Ghost Adventures is, I'm pretty sure they're full of shit. But if they're not, it's scary shit.
Either that, or I want to go harder than Ghost Adventures, and I want to go into. I want to have I want to have ghost fighters.
Ghost facers.
Just like every week, I just go in and I like go full Rocky. And I'm just like going into haunted houses, going, "You want a piece of me? Yo, Adrian."
I can see you go there. Come on, you fucking pussy ass ghost.
Just fucking like break their urn. Fucking smoke cigarettes and like take a Ouija board and piss on it. Just be like, ugh, fuck you.
Draw a pentagram and then set it on fire.
I might get killed by a demon, but I also won't be the.
I don't know if that's how you get killed by a demon.
The ghost.
You bring a pastor for a Satanist church in there and then set him on fire.
The ghosts are like, we're not supposed to actually show up on camera. This guy's an asshole.
Just goad him into it.
Someone needs to hit this asshole.
I'm not sure that's
Why
how
would
it
you
works.
do that?
Because it's awesome. It's like that 70s show. It's close.
A little bit. You're not wrong.
That's how we screen cut.
Screen cut.
Yeah, we didn't move. Next time I do that, we'll just switch spots, all right?
Okay.
Be like, what the fuck? I can see your feet moving. And we'll move the smoke away faster, too.
Would you be my sidekick in a North Carolina
Ghost
haunted
hunt?
places?
Hell yeah. I've seen some shit in my life, though, so.
Would you go out in the woods and we'll be like, when we don't have any way to make more content, we'll be like, yeah, the Union County Forest Booger. Horrible monsters out here.
No, we're called the Backwater Yetis.
Just go up to Boone for a weekend to hang out and be like,
No, that's a terrible idea.
why?
Because there's creatures in Boone.
There are actually creatures in Boone.
I don't want to find them.
But just go around Boone and just go camping for a weekend and just justify it by filming the whole time. Be like,
Yeah, it was a work trip, sorry.
oh shit.
Write it off on taxes.
We're just pissed drunk behind the camera.
Yeah. Did you see that? What? Oh no, never mind. I'm just drunk.
Play the footage back quicker so when we slur our words, it
Yeah.
sounds better.
It sounds correct. There's a monster behind that bush. Why is he British? I don't really know.
Speak with a perfect British accent.
Yeah.
Like at
Just that
110
drunk.
speed.
You're just so hammered that your slurred words sped up sounds like British.
That would,
You know how awesome that would be? That'd be like your superpower.
talking about getting pissed drunk. So do you know Four Loko comes in a hip bottle now?
A what?
A hip bottle, like a little,
What's a hip bottle?
like a little 8 ounce, like it's like the size of a flask. So I learned something about the chemistry of Four Loko,
That sounds dangerous.
which is, as long as it was because I drank a whole Four Loko that I couldn't remember the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, no matter how much Four Loko I drink, even if it's just a few ounces, I will wake up and be like, I don't remember laying down.
It sounds like Ryan. After he had one Four Loko, he just could not have another one.
He would drink 2 of them at a time.
No, okay, I guess I'll tell the story. So Ryan, one of my friends, he's in flight school at the time. So I say we, it was supposed to be me and another one of our friends, but I went up there to visit him at flight school. And he had 2 roommates up there. They were all hanging out, and they rented a house off of campus, and basically weren't like watched by anyone. It was basically their own house. Would you pay attention to the story, you jackass? So I go visit Ryan.
It was their
and-
house. I heard
yeah.
the story.
Yeah, but you don't remember it. So we went over there to their house and hung out with them. And they started telling me, like, let's get ready for a party. And they're planning on taking me to this super awesome college party. It's like, all right, cool. I'm more of a sit at home and drink alone kind of guy. But let's go to a party.
The healthy kind of
Yeah,
alcoholism.
healthy kind. Yeah. So they start pre-gaming. I have a beer at the time. and we're just sitting there drinking. And Ryan got this fancy new cup that he wants to show off and opens it up. It's one of them ones where you push the button, it opens the lid, and then you push it again and it closes it.
Oh, nice.
It's like a little swivel, basically, like a little switch button. So he pours his Four Loko, the whole thing in there. Like, this is old school Four Loko, too. It's like
Oh, yeah, the stuff with a ton of caffeine in it.
caffeinated to the fucking teeth. So he pours the whole thing in there. And we're just hanging out, and he's like, oh, we need some music. And I was like, yeah. So he brings out these giant speakers and just like plugs his phone up into them and starts jamming out. And then we're just kind of grooving shit. And I saw all of a sudden, like 10 minutes later, he gets another Four Loko.
God.
He pours it into his cup. And then his friend comes out while he's drinking that Four Loko, just starting to feel really good. I'm on my second beer, probably about halfway through that damn Four Loko. And his friend comes out and was like, shots, we're all doing shots of tequila. And I was like, no, I'm not. I don't do that. And Ryan's like, fuck yeah. So they all take shots except for me. And it's getting close to dark. It wasn't dark yet.
The sun was still up.
Yeah, it was. The sun was definitely still up. And then I go to the bathroom and come back out. Ryan's poured himself another Four Loko.
Jesus Christ.
It's now like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Now they're ready to go out to parties. So after Ryan's like, hold on, I gotta finish my drink. He chugs the rest of that Four Loko. I don't know how much was in there by the time we left, but it wasn't a little. It was a couple minutes after he poured it into his cup. So he chugs that thing down. We get in the car and go to the party. So we're on our way to the party. I run into a couple kids that I knew from school. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I ran into Lance. I can't remember his name. But anyways, we were at the party. We were having a good time. And Ryan is absolutely gone. He doesn't remember arriving to the party.
Well, no.
So we get there, we're all hanging out and shit. There's people playing beer pong on this little flimsy ass foldable table, and we're just all chilling. I see Ryan just start to like walk around everywhere, just grinning his ass off. He's just like that old man drunk at the party. And he goes to lean on the table that they're playing beer pong on in the middle of a match. He goes to lean up against it because he needs to lean up. So he goes and leans on the table. He's like, right, stop. He's like, what? And he's like, dude, they're playing beer pong. He goes, oh, my bad. Jeez. If he would have actually fully leaned on that table, it would have flipped. It would have folded immediately. So he goes and leans back up against the wall, like right next to me, and he's just sitting there and just kind of shoulders tucked, just kind of like having a good time, vibing. And then his friend leave. I don't know where they were.
The rooms should be doing this for him at this point.
Yeah, it wasn't sitting still. He had a couple beers there too, so I don't know what that man's liver's made out of, but it's something out of basketball.
It's
Tony Stark designed his liver.
It's Four Loko just deletes memories.
Yeah. I do not like Four Lokos.
Just
because they're for people who are loco. So anyways, a couple girls that knew him from school, I guess, I don't know, but they lived like one floor down, and Ryan was like, at this point, he's just kind of like not able to stand up straight. So they take us to their dorm while they call Ryan's friends because I didn't know who they were, and they give Ryan a water bottle. He's like, here, drink this. You need to sober up some. So he opens the water bottle, takes a sip of it, puts the lid on, and sets it down. And I'm just conversating, just trying to make it not as awkward as possible because it was very awkward. We started having a conversation, and Brian's like, I need a water, I guess is what clicked in his head. He reaches back into the bag that's sitting on top of the table, pulls out another water, opens it up, takes a sip, puts it down right next to his other water. We start talking for more time, and then he reaches back in the bag for another water. Like, Ryan, you have 2 waters already. He's like, where? It's like right beside you. It's like, oh, okay, that's right. Ryan starts looking around again for water, I'm guessing. turns to the sink, turns the sink on, and starts drinking out of the sink.
That's
Like,
okay, John.
right,
That's-
you have 2 water bottles, never mind. You just do what you're doing. And then he shuts the water off. He goes, I gotta pee. Like, okay, here's the bathroom. One girl like directs him into her room, into the bathroom,
Okay.
and closes the door, and then she comes back out.
You needed to go hold it for him, didn't you?
No, I didn't. He was using the bathroom. He was in there for a while. We thought he was throwing up. He wasn't throwing up. He couldn't open the door. He couldn't figure out how doors worked. After he comes out, he tries to get into the bed, and she goes, "What are you doing?" It's like, "This isn't my room." He starts shouting, "This is not my room." And she's like, "This is my room. You're in my apartment." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's right." She's like, "Here, come lay down on the couch." So he goes and lays down on the couch, and she brings him a trash can. And she's looking for a bag to put in because it's one of the mesh trash cans.
Oh no.
Yeah, so she was finding a bag to put in there, and me and the other lady are just talking, and all of a sudden you just hear of water flow in chunks. The girl runs back into the living room where Ryan was and looks into the trash can. And then looks back at Ryan because she's very perplexed with like what position he's in right now. Both of his feet were still on the couch. His arms were on the floor and his face was over the trash can just throwing up into it. It's going everywhere. The trash can is doing nothing. Oh man, that's one of my favorite Ryan stories too. It's like he went to sleep beside the toilet, like wrapped around the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. He woke up the next morning, no hangover, nothing. He's like, "How did I get here?" And then he came into the room where I was sleeping, which I slept on his floor, because I thought he'd come back to bed eventually. And he woke me up. He's like, "Did we even go out last night?" Like, "Are you shitting me? Motherfucker, I had to keep you from getting in a fight from messing up some fucking beer pong game." He's like, "Oh, shit." That's one of my favorite Ryan stories. Thoughts, questions, concerns?
Change names next time.
No, they don't
Yes.
know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
What else is new for you?
Nothing really. Got a baby on the way. That's about it. What are you typing?
I'm not typing anything.
You're trying to come to get my vape, you asshole.
I was gonna say, like, what was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I knew exactly what you're reaching for. So, let's tell the fans who actually watch the show, which is nobody, let's tell them what our projects and up and coming things are that we're going to try to do.
You're trying to get me obligated in front of other people. Is what you're trying to do.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just getting video proof and evidence of you committing to shit.
Exactly.
It's not getting you to commit to anything you haven't already committed to.
We gotta finish writing Backfist and do that, and we
Just consult me. If
and
you're
we-
stuck at a part, I want to be able to be a part of that process.
we have to start a big D&D game that I have written.
Elaborate.
It's mostly sex stuff.
No, I don't want to do that one then.
Um,
No, seriously, elaborate.
oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Okay, so it's D&D, but like the characters aren't like you don't start off super special. You start off like
Yeah, like you're supposed to.
no, like most people are still like exceptional at the beginning.
No.
Like literally, it's kind of based on like if there was a real world where you could make money adventuring, like everybody would be pretty good at it.
Like explorers.
Yeah, like, there'd be a lot of people doing it
Yeah.
and making a lot of money, and like you wouldn't be just better than everybody else in the world. Like
Yeah.
you kind of start off like normal dudes, and what that does is it makes it more interesting because you have to be smart.
I'm not smart.
You have to be smart.
I can't play then. I'll be the bard. Just, oh, what are we doing here?
The barbarian,
Yeah.
not the bard.
No, the bard too. Does the bard play music?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
the bards.
But the bard's not necessarily smart. He's just tricksy.
They actually are smart.
He's just tricksy.
Bards have good intelligence.
No.
I do not like D&D bards
Why?
because they're just another magic class.
How are they magic?
That's how they work. Like they're not. It's not like they're like. It's not what you
I thought they were just scam artists.
No, they just like they're magicians, but they have to like they can't go abracadabra. They go abracadabra. Your dick is now a duck.
Brings a whole new meaning to choking the chicken.
Yes, it would be. Imagine though, that would not be a pretty effective magical spell for winning a fight. They're gonna be dealing with other things than you at the moment.
Yeah, but you ain't got to worry about it biting your dick. Maybe the berries underneath, but do those turn into feet?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you ain't got to worry about it again. You could lay down and it'll just carry you.
No, just normal duck.
Yeah, it'll carry you.
Just a normal sized duck that is not able to carry a person.
Hey, you could.
It could not.
It's possible. Steroids fix everything. Yeah, buddy.
Swans are scary. Like, we have geese here. Have you ever seen videos of swans fucking shit up?
We've got more than just geese here. We got swans too. It's not very common.
Like the full size.
Yeah, they used to be at the fucking pond.
You're a big horror show, motherfuckers.
They make some weird noises. Like real weird noises, especially at night and you scare them. Not a good idea. I thought Trevor was about to get eaten by a lake monster because we were at the lake in the middle of the night. All of a sudden, just it's like
Yeah,
oh,
they are.
shit.
They are scary.
When you don't know what it is, yeah. But if it comes at me, I'm still gonna punch it in its neck. Yeah, it's like bitch. Gah! Oh, I thought that was my beer. That was my vape. But Steven, what are some other projects?
That's the two projects I'm doing with you right now.
Okay, well we can make more.
Well, we might dress this place up.
Yeah, we might put a nice logo back here. You know, fancy it up, make it not look like a garage. Make it look like not what it is.
Rent out the space.
Yeah.
So it'll start paying for itself. Just
Yeah,
let
I know, right?
Some dude live over there in the corner.
No, I can't do that.
You want to let Surly Joe live in the corner of your...
No, I don't know his deal. I don't know
Oh, his deal
whole
is
thing.
drugs.
I don't know his whole thing.
His deal is hard drugs.
No, I do want to build like a little sound studio, like for recording songs and shit. But I gotta get a vocal coach before I start doing that shit. Cause my voice sucks. Like hardcore.
So you're saying you need to get good.
Yeah, yeah. I need to learn how to control it better. I also want to start a fitness channel, which that probably won't ever happen. Because I don't have the equipment to record that kind of stuff. And, like, I don't know how to cut and edit videos together.
It is easy.
Okay. Well, then I guess I can figure it out.
Have you seen the absolute orangutans who are able to do...
Huh?
Have you seen the idiots on YouTube who are able to run editing? Actually, most of them ship it out now. Most of them don't do their own editing.
Yeah, that's why I got you, though. My young Jamie. We were talking about you on the Keeser
I saw
podcast. You didn't feel like commenting on it?
No, because I don't want my YouTube account ever connected with my name.
Why?
Excuse me. I don't want people to know that, like, the places I've been. The things I've seen.
You haven't seen shit.
The things I've sucked.
And the things he's fucked.
Yes.
He said yes. No.
I'm self-destructive is what I am. I get on the YouTube channels and make myself out to be a horrible person.
Yeah, well, because you are.
A little bit.
Yeah, you're not that great, Steven.
Not.
But he's not that bad either.
I've never taken money from a child who didn't owe it to me.
I have. Or have I? You'll never know. I don't think I have. Unless I was the child and I took money from another child. So, ain't no telling.
I mean,
What
didn't
are
owe
you
it.
breaking?
It's my beard.
Well, don't do that. That's quite distracting. Like Kane chewing on his foot over there.
Just pushing out the way now.
What do you think we can do with the backdrop though? You think make a green screen or
Just make the whole place more comfortable.
I'll make the whole place more comfortable?
Yeah, throw up some flags.
Could do that. Throw up some flags. Throw up. But I was thinking for like the backdrop though.
Oh, back there, push the thing into the corner first off.
I can't.
Why not?
Extension cord.
Once you get a proper wiring out here and you're not...
Why would I pay for wiring if we ain't gonna own this place?
What do you mean you're not calling this place?
If we're gonna own it, then yeah, I will.
Fair enough.
But if we're not, I'm not paying $250 for this place
That's all it would cost.
to purchase the entire house.
Oh! I thought somehow you were going to get somebody to put a power outlet out here for $250. I'm like, that doesn't make
I
sense.
ain't paying $250,000 for this house.
Yeah, no.
I ain't paying $250,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Not even on a full acre. Or a full, yeah, acre.
Not in your current location, though.
I mean, I like the location. It's not bad.
It's not a $250,000
No, it is not. Not even close. Like literally, we looked at the value. It was like 170. That's like people who would try to sell it. That's how much they would try to sell it for. Like, yes, it's a great property. It's a great house. Love it. Not paying that much. And 2, can't afford that. Unless the podcast blows up. If y'all get us there. Ooh, we got to start thinking of merch ideas too. How do we get merch made, Steven? You know things.
It's really easy. I remember the old one was... Who was the old one that used to do everybody's merch? There used to be one company that did everybody's merch. Used to, like...
I don't know. I've never even thought about trying to make merch
I'm
until...
going to sit on my feet because I am more comfortable.
Yeah, just get comfy. This is a relaxation podcast. It's a conversation.
Anyways, there was a company that used to do everybody's merch, but they took a bigger thing, but they made it really easy to set up a shop that would connect to your YouTube channel.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then the thing they did, though, was like every time a spicy YouTuber would say stuff, they like stopped working with them.
What do you mean?
Like YouTubers would be like, say something spicy, like getting a little bit of trouble.
What do you mean spicy? Why are you saying spicy? I don't like it.
Spicy as in like something edgy.
Yeah, but spicy is not the word.
No, spicy is the word.
No, I don't like it. You sound like I'm trying to sound like a frat boy or some shit.
No, spicy is
sure.
the internet term for
Yeah, I don't give a shit. You sound gay.
like when you make Nazi jokes.
It sounds like you suck dick for money. Stop it.
Fuck you. Spicy is like when you like say like it's a certain brand of it's a certain brand to get in trouble. It's not even trouble, but like,
I don't like that term. Because every time I hear you say it, all I hear in my head is spicy. I don't like it.
spicy, boys.
I do not like it. So we're gonna have to fix that.
So you can just buy your own merch and run it yourself. The thing with that is you have to do your own shipping.
Yeah,
So, no.
we can get that shipping app.
No, you have to do your own shipping as far as like you have to go in there and check every day your orders and then fulfill your own orders. You want to get a service that fulfills your orders for you.
I have a Steven.
You gonna pay me, motherfucker?
Yeah, you can take half.
I am going. No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
If I want like an hourly pay for the number of shirts I buy.
Nope, you have half of the sales.
Negative.
Yeah. Hey, what if we had like a shit ton of sales?
I'll take half the profit.
Well, duh, this is...
No, I'll take half the profit, not half the sales.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Because, in other words, if there's any expenses, you cover them.
Oh.
I only when the company, like, I always get paid. You would have to still potentially lose money.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a shitty deal if somebody ever distinguishes between those two things.
Well,
Except for them.
you're our producer, so... and we have
You did really good, though. I'm surprised that, like, I was really worried that as soon as
You left?
you were going to upload videos that just had their file name as the name.
No, I've been trying to put descriptions in.
And I'm like, oh, thank God he gave it a name.
I did.
He actually retyped the name.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
This is the most successful YouTube channel either of us ever had. Either of us have ever had.
What do you mean?
Okay, this is except for streaming while impaired, which did good for a minute, and then that thing happened over there.
What thing happened over there?
There was this guy. There was a community that was sort of making a pop off. I made this guy mod, but then he like started blocking random people, and I took him down.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went and like spread some like weird gossip shit about me. Like it was like something like this was just like some Discord server that like they like started sharing streaming while impaired.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, dude, you can't. If I'm gonna make you moderator, you can't block random people. So I had been in that Discord server like twice, and it's like I had beef with somebody or something like that, and apparently like he said I did something fucked up. I don't remember what he said I did, but it was like again, I didn't even know the people he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like obviously there's no validity to it. I don't even remember what the accusation was, but like, you're a shitbag. So I went from like 100 subscribers back down to like 30 in a day.
Oh shit.
I was holding like 20 viewers on a video at a time.
Well, that's something's a better start. Well, we just started this too. It's not that old.
It's doing a lot better than anything else.
Well, I mean, we get different people on here. They share it with their friends and families. So I feel like it'll spread a little bit better word of mouth wise because there's more people
Yeah.
being like guests on it and stuff. What are you looking at? We're at 36 minutes.
Okay. Just want to make
You
sure.
can't see that from
I
here?
can see that from here. I was just
Yeah,
wanting to
but-
make sure.
He's like
36, 36, 36, 37.
38.
I can see it from here. It's just I was making sure that like
Your eyes were deceiving you?
yes, because I thought we were further along.
No.
We have to talk about something interesting and not just fucking drinking story.
Why not? Those are great. Name one drinking story that hasn't been intriguing to people who want to know more about you.
This one time I got so drunk I forgot.
Oh, good one.
Oh,
what
shit.
about the lake one?
Which one?
The one you, me, Tommy, Fate.
There are several of those.
No, not with me.
What happened that night?
We all went skinny dipping in the lake.
I don't remember that one.
You were coherent. And his girlfriend was there, and that military dude was with him.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember.
I know you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know you don't know.
Yeah. You had some stories about that one, though.
No.
Didn't we get in the hot tub?
Yes.
Well, obviously we got that. There's a hot tub. We got
There's multiple stories about people getting in trouble drinking to that lake house.
Of course.
Never me.
You always got in trouble.
I wasn't drinking at that point.
Mm-hmm. Underage.
Was not drinking at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But you were.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You and me
Mhm.
were drinking at that point.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wasn't.
Mm-hmm. You were of age at that point.
Oh. That, I know the one you're talking about now.
There's too many for you to be like that. Oh boy. Well, in other news, I just turned 29.
Happy birthday, bud.
Thanks. Well, this is supposed to be a Halloween episode. Let's talk some Halloween shit.
Okay. Spooky story?
Spooky story, you go.
Okay, this is my favorite unsolved mystery. Stop me if you've ever heard it. Do you know about the Dyatlov Pass? The Dyatlov Pass incident?
Mm-mm.
Russian.
Mm-mm.
So there's these Russian kids, 9 of them. I think there's actually 10 of them. One of them gets sick at some point in time. So they're like getting their like hiking certification. They're so good.
No.
Actually. So
The
there's one,
Spetsnaz.
yeah, one guy is like a level 3. Like he's like fully certified.
What does that mean?
It just means like he's really good. Like
Okay.
like, and then the other ones are like between like already level 1 certified, and some of them are like level 2, and this is going to be like their level 3 hike.
Trial.
Yeah, that will get them through it.
Okay.
So the leader,
Kind of like Boy Scouts.
the leader of the expedition is a guy named Dyatlov. So they got this tent that's big enough for all of them to sleep in.
Okay.
And they
Stay
even,
warm at night.
They even built a stove to go in it, like
Shit.
a like disassemblable like they called it a wood burner.
It sounds a lot like Boy Scouts.
They were like in their 20s.
Eagle Scouts. My bad.
Well, the Eagle Scouts is not a thing. Eagle Scouts are a thing. But Eagle
Yes.
Scouts is not an organization.
You don't know.
Eagle Scouts is not an organization.
It could be one day.
So like, they start to go out and they're doing this big hike. And they're, one of them gets sick and has to go back. But like, okay, I'll tell the story this way because it depends on the order you want to tell it in.
Just make it clear and coherent and smooth.
Well, no, because it's like some of the details it's better to go back and explain.
Yeah.
You know, order details. So they set up camp. Also, they're skiing too. Like so they have skis and hiking, which is a lot faster in like snow. Like sometimes you can just you can ski much faster than you can actually like hike.
Yeah.
So
Because you can glide.
you can glide and you can also will never sink.
Yep.
Right.
So obviously they're in some steep, not
Deep
steep,
enough
but
snow at
deep,
different
deep
points.
snow.
Yeah. So they set up camp on the side of this mountain
Okay.
right here. It's
Like
not
on-
too steep.
Like on like the side of the mountain, or like on like
On
the
the slope.
top of the side.
On a slope, but it's
Okay.
not steep.
I didn't know if you were talking about like them like hammocks where they like
No.
nail them into the side of
No.
the cliff.
They're just on this open face on the side of this mountain. And
Beer.
yes, so all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, they get up and they cut their way out of the inside of the tent.
Why?
There's a snowstorm here. This is the story. They cut their way out of the tent, leave without clothes, go down the side of the mountain. At first they ran, and then they slowed down, split into two groups. Some of them froze to death. Some of them built a snow shelter that they were found dead in, but their bodies were also partially crushed. Like they looked like they'd been in a car accident.
Yeah.
And they had severe large bone fractures.
Bigfoot.
And some of them froze to death, and then one of them died of fall, I think. Off of, a little cliff.
Sasquatch.
Well, hang on.
Or no, the abominable snowman.
Well, okay, so that's actually one of the things.
Yeah.
Okay, so what in God's green earth will make you cut your way out of a tent and go into an environment that will kill you in 2 hours? Walk out into it without clothes and not go more than 5 feet away from your tent.
Sasquatch.
Okay, so that's the basics of the story. So there's some little details. Some of them had a
Little. Those you didn't even tell a story. You just gave the cliff notes.
No, so that's the thing. This is what they find. They find these bodies up there.
Mhm.
They cut their way out of a tent.
Mm-hmm.
They went down the mountain.
No
and they died.
survivors.
No,
Oh, okay.
that's just what they found with these 9 dead kids who left a tent in the middle of a snowstorm without putting on clothes. Most of them. There was some who grabbed stuff, but they didn't even grab their own clothes.
Honey badger.
May have been a honey badger. So one of their clothes had a little bit of radiation.
I mean,
They don't care.
no. Honey badgers don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. So one of them had a little bit of radiation on the clothes, which I thought was a big deal for a while, but it turns out he was a university student,
Oh,
and
okay.
they think that he got that from touring a lab. It was just a little bit of radiation on his
Okay.
clothes. So here's the weird thing. They kept diaries, and they had a camera with them. The diary
Is this footage out there for us to view?
is a still camera, but yes, you can actually look it up. Look up on your phone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
No, you can look it up on your phone just to see it.
Yeah, I will.
But it's called the Dyatlov Pass Instant.
Don't pull it up now.
I'm going to pull it up because you need to see these.
Yeah.
They're fucking weird photos. So they just start taking these photos that are in the middle of the night with just single points of light.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see anything else in the photo, just points of light off in the distance, or assumably off in the distance. And the journals start to get really weird. People are having psychotic breaks. So
What are they saying though?
they're saying we're all gonna die. Dyatlov's going to kill us.
What do they think he's the one physically attacking them? Because
No.
they cut out of the tent.
No, like he was one of the ones that was with him though. Like there's no
I know.
signs of fighting between them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like whatever
No,
that
like
they were trying to escape
This
from was
person
in
had
the
like
tent.
this guy had like the flu when he was writing in this diary. Like he was like having like the past instant. Because I really don't care about seeing the dead bodies. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, we're not gonna put that on our fucking podcast.
No, he's just frozen people. Like, anyways, it'll pop up in a second. So
Okay.
that's what we know. Like, and there is more
But you
details.
said there's a video.
No, there's not a video. There's photos.
You said there was a video.
They have photos. No, there's no videos.
You said a video.
There's no there's no video.
I can rewind this, and you'll have said video.
Okay, fine. Rewind it. I'll have said video, but I was wrong.
You mean you just misspoke? It doesn't mean you were wrong. Why are you on TikTok?
I'm not.
That looks like TikTok symbol.
No. Okay, I can't get internet because I'm in your shack.
It doesn't reach out here.
I know, but there's apparently just enough of a signal that it's like, I'm going to use that instead. Okay. So, like, that's what's weird about the story, though, is like, there's no explanation for any of it. Like,
Well, it kind of like the cutting the tent open makes me think that the entrance was either something was trying to come in the entrance of the tent, or someone was in there that was in front of the entrance that they were trying to get away from.
okay, but the thing is, they have tracks for where that's how they found the body so quickly.
Yeah.
There's no other tracks.
Even leading up to the tent.
I mean, there
But
might
if
be.
it was in a snowstorm, they could have covered the tracks.
So apparently, they were still able to like find distinct enough. It's just not gonna pull it up. But this is them.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, the grizzly ones. Yeah.
God Almighty!
So yeah, that's like one of my favorite.
What the fuck stories?
Yeah, because there's another one. There's what they call the American Day at Wild Pass. There's the Special Olympics team, like these 5 guys, but they were like they could all drive and stuff.
Yeah.
And like they're out in a snowstorm, they pull the car over, and they all just walk out in the woods and freeze. Yeah, it's just like
You're in a car.
they like stop the car, even though it was a bad snowstorm.
Yeah.
And then like again, it's the same thing as the deadlock thing. If you have to do something, if you go like 30, 40 feet from the car, sure.
Yeah.
But what makes you like calmly walk out? I think one of those guys actually survived, but like his survival story is also really weird. Like he like found an old hunting cabin and lived in it for like the rest of the winter.
The fuck?
Yeah, like there's
Did he explain why he did that?
that was something I didn't really see because the coverage I saw on it wasn't very good. But there's just some stories like that that are like, and people did something that was basically suicidal for completely unexplainable reasons, like in groups of people simultaneously.
Population control.
Who knows? But yeah,
Putin did it.
so anyways, one of the photos is like it looks like a dude's peeking out from behind a tree, looking at him and following him. And then there's these lights that people are like, they thought they were seeing lights in the sky.
What's your opinion on aliens now, since all of this shit that's going on?
They're real, and they're coming to probe us all in the anus.
I mean, my butt has been hurting the past week.
There's just going to be the probing one day, and they're going to bring in the mothership and get us all at once.
How much can I learn from harvesting farts?
And really, here's the thing: like
You
humans,
don't even know where that's from, do you?
no, Paul.
Yes. Thank you. Oh,
Humans-
high five.
Humans like think that like the aliens are either gonna like want to conquer us or like give us technology. No, they just think it's funny.
I think I found some weird page on TikTok where this dude's like explaining. Do you know the dude named Tesla? The guy, the famous,
Nikolai?
yeah, Nikola Tesla. Apparently, he's from Venus.
Yeah.
How the fuck did we get to Venus? Because the story I heard, we picked him up.
Don't worry about the Tesla stuff.
This is retarded.
I think Tesla was Tesla the one who wanted to fuck a pigeon? I don't know.
It's retarded. It's like the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
No, so Tesla.
Oh, dude, you gotta see this fucking scam artist on there. Like he's like openly saying that magic and shit's real, and he's starting his own school. Guess how much tuition is?
$100,000.
No, it's fairly cheap actually.
$100.
For one semester, it's $5,000.
Okay. You're gonna teach you how to
Be Harry Potter. Yep.
There's these things also called photographs.
I don't know what that means.
Photographs. So they would take these cameras and they would leave the lens on it. You could take it to this guy, and like he would just like really focus, and he could like produce images on the film inside the camera. And like they never debunked this guy.
I'm not buying it.
Like no, the thing is like they could just bring him a camera and he was just like.
Looks like he's farting all the time. And then while he's doing all this, there's a guy behind him taking the lens off the camera, taking a picture, putting the lens back on.
No, but there were like photos from like places around the world.
Yeah.
Like they're weird too. Like they're images of real places, but stuff has been changed. So they're not how the place really appears, but they're very close.
I'm confused. But yeah, anyways, there's
spooky stories.
another dude saying that there's like people with elephant noses living in the center of the earth.
Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously that's fact.
Sure.
Guaranteed fact.
No.
That's rock fact.
Nope. Not buying it. Probably won't believe it unless I see it for myself.
Jacob, I had my surgery done when I was a baby to have my elephant nose removed. You go to my family reunion every year in the center of the earth.
I'm almost convinced you're Jewish.
Damn it. Big nose jokes do land with me. So.
Aw, do you get sensitive?
No, I think they're hilarious.
I thought you meant they hurt your feelings.
Do you have any personal spooky stories for the Halloween
I'm
episode?
not gonna share those.
Why not?
You already know I don't like talking about those.
Because you're scared to tell it on the Halloween episode.
No, I just don't like talking about them.
Okay.
Because they freak me the fuck out. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to talk about it. Not something I like bringing back up because it's fucking creepy as shit.
He's scared.
If you were there, you would be too.
Yes, I would be, but I would also share it on the Halloween episode.
Nope.
Because your story's stupid.
I didn't say your story.
You said to me explicitly, you said, Steven, you come to me and tell me these stupid stories.
Never once said that.
I can turn this video back.
You can, and there
I
would
will
not
have
be that in there whatsoever.
You called me a stupid dookie head.
I did not.
To my face.
Nope.
Yes, you did.
Sure didn't.
And Kane will be my witness.
Kane is passed
Kane
the
is
fuck
asleep.
out. He's keeping your foot warm.
My foot is tucked firmly into your couch.
Underneath Kane's face. Our beautiful mascot. But there are some stories that I've heard.
He's not going to tell us one story.
No. I'm not. I'm good. What was that one story that I was just thinking about while you were talking about them Russians freezing? It was part of one of them. No, it wasn't. It wasn't part of the missing 411 cases. The one I was thinking of, the same guy told the story. That's kind of why I was thinking of it. He does these YouTube series, Mr. Ballin. He does a YouTube series of like scary supernatural shit, and he's specifically like focused in on some of the missing 411 cases that interest him more. That seem to be even more ridiculous than the other ones. So he just kind of got all the facts, got the police reports too. Of
Right.
Everything that went down.
That's always true with missing 411 is official reports. That go along with it.
And he did one on possession of a house or like a poltergeist of a house one, that one was creepy as shit. But the one I'm thinking of isn't anything supernatural. It's people. It's people, fucked up people. So this one girl goes missing from her college campus. She told her family and friends that she's going to be in her room studying because there's exams coming up and she's about to graduate and she has to get a certain grade on this and to get even better job opportunities. So she's locking herself away in her room for God knows how long. I don't know the time limit or anything like that. I don't remember any of that. But a couple of days had gone by, and her sister texted her, didn't get anything back. She's like, oh, she must be still studying. She'll probably text me before she goes to bed. She didn't receive any text, so she messaged her again the next morning to see if she could get a response. Didn't get a response, so she called her. No response, no answer, nothing. And she called her friends, her sister's friends that were actually on campus, and was like, yeah, we haven't seen her for a while. We saw her when she first came back, but then after that, she said she had to really study, so we haven't seen her in her room, but I'm sure she's fine. And a couple more days go by, and then still nobody's heard from her. Somebody goes to her dorm room, or not dorm room, it was like a...
It's like sweet, like what I got from apartment, basically.
Yeah, it was basically like
it's like what I got.
a single floor apartment.
Yeah.
Like no buildings above it or anything like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It was weird. And I was like, oh shit, that's the college campus. But that's where she lived, and like these news reporters were going around, like asking about the missing girl because their parents finally put a missing person report in, and it's been a couple days at this point, and probably about a week at that point. Then the cops find a body next to the trash can. Not just a whole body, like a torso. Just chest, no arms, no legs, no
Wait.
head, nothing. Torso.
Just this part.
Just this portion. Yep. Fucking asshole. So literally just this portion. They didn't find anything else. No head, no arms, no legs, nothing.
No, I can't, I can't say that.
What?
They fucked it, right? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, there's nobody there to complain.
No, I don't think that's what happened. But
Why am I like this now? I can't help myself. I'm just like, what's the worst thing I can say in this situation? I'm like, of course they fucked it, right?
I mean, he probably did. I don't know what happened. But anyways, the news
Before they put
crews,
it in the fridge.
the news crews were going around. The body was found next to the dumpster.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Before they put it in the fridge.
There was no
The
fridge
people who
on
found
top.
it. Yes, the
Oh, the
more.
people found it. Yeah, the cops. Gotcha. They're taking it with them anyway.
College
Right?
student, right? Probably looks pretty good.
But anyways, they
Take the banana peel and the garbage juice and hose that off.
But while
first.
they're asking people around campus and everything about that, they're asking this guy's like, "Have you seen her?" He was her next door neighbor. He's like, "I haven't seen her anywhere. It's crazy. Like, I normally see her. I wave to her, say hi, I'm friendly and everything about it, but I haven't seen her in a while. And
Yeah.
normally I see her about once or twice a day, coming and going, and we normally come back around the same time, just telling his side of the story, and then." The cops say, we found a body, and then the lady heard it and was like, they just found a body. And then the guy that was standing in front of the camera goes, what? And just like starts like grabbing his head, like, what do you mean? He murdered her.
So they got the guy. Well.
Yeah. Like, he chopped her head off,
Yeah.
chopped her arms off and legs off after he broke into her apartment while she was sleeping.
Wild.
Because he was in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that's why apparently a dude commits a crime. Because he loves a female.
That's horrific.
Yeah, I know.
That's really terrible.
But he chopped up her arms and all the small stuff and washed it down the toilet and all the stuff he could break up in the torso. Just, I don't know what the fuck he did with her head. Nobody knows what he did with her head. Ain't no telling. But that one was like, what the fuck? But apparently he would like take his phone and like put it right between the blind slats and like record her and stuff. And like he had a bunch of her underwear because he had a key to get in her apartment. So it was like, how the
That's
fuck?
nice.
Yeah, it's like how the fuck did he get a key to her apartment?
Breaking into places is not that hard.
It's not, but normally you can find some sort of forced entry.
Yeah. Usually there's a destructive entry.
Yeah. But this one there wasn't. That's why it was so. Like.
Wait, did she have somebody who lived with her, or she?
Nope.
You probably said that.
Yeah, she's by herself. That's why when I have a daughter and she goes to college, I'll be staying next door.
That's why my daughter's going to school in Texas.
She's allowed to carry on campus.
She's going to have the biggest gun on campus.
A Barrett 50 cal, yeah,
No,
correct.
no.
Yeah, it's the biggest
Go
gun
with, not the biggest gun, not even close.
that you can buy.
Not
Afford.
true. You can buy any gun you want.
I'm saying afford.
Oh, I cannot afford that gun either.
Not right now, but you will be
Ever.
able to.
You can get a 50 Beowulf for an AR.
Ooh, no.
Why not?
You can give that to a girl. Dislocate her shoulder.
You're for a fucking 50 fucking
She can lay down with that.
BMG. Yeah, you can lay down with an AR.
Not as well.
It's funny because when you look at the mags for it, it just looks like little chode bullets in there. They're like the 50 Beowulfs are kind of goofy looking.
When you get her a deagle, she smacks herself in the face every time she shoots it.
Pow-tink, pow-tink,
No.
pow-tink. People overestimate how much deagles kick. They
They
don't
kick it fuck ton.
No, they're not bad.
I've shot one.
Think about a 45, right?
Yeah.
You know how much bigger a 50 caliber is than a 45?
Yeah, a lot.
Not a lot.
It's a lot.
A .45 is only 0.5 smaller than a 50.
Exactly.
It's a lot in a bullet.
Yep, it's a lot.
But people think like it's there's other handgun rounds that are like old
22.
they're
You know I'm not a gun guy. I don't know a lot of gun shit. Wait, is that like your defense? Like,
I mean they're not mad. People think that they're bigger than they are. I mean yes, they're big.
You know what we
fucking
should
guns.
do? We should open up our own haunted trail. Yep.
That big S curve in here.
Yeah.
And I'll just be back here getting drunk as shit, dressed up as a ghost going,
Boo. And I'll just like have it like when you open the door, like it's literally like a tight room that you have to squeeze through everything, and then have like small little
if I'm a zombie, man,
cavities.
yeah, I think you could just paint me as a zombie and feed me liquor.
Just give him a Four Loko. He won't remember what he did
Just
to who.
fucking laying face down on the ground, and when somebody comes in making noise, I go, hey, get the fucking like it. You have any water, please?
Will you hold my hair while I throw up?
Now, that dude had he was really dedicated to the act.
No, he was just
He
hammered.
was shit faced.
I wonder if that's ever happened. Like people working at like haunted trails just bring like a flask and get fucked up.
You know, like working in a haunted trail is like the number
I've
one
never
work
worked at a haunted trail.
It's like the number one work environment for getting high as and fucking drunk as fuck.
I don't know though, because like, when would you do it? You have so many people coming
It's
through.
between that, or you have breaks. You have time.
No, you don't.
So it depends on how they are, but a lot of them you don't have to be there all the time.
No, they do. My familia do. They're there constantly.
Like, a lot of them you can just step off and people won't know that you were supposed to be there.
Yeah, when you have more than one person in the thing with you, yeah. But when you're by yourself, you can't go anywhere.
Are they like, which haunted trail are they at?
The one that all shuts.
The all shocked one. Okay, I know that one. There's two of them there, aren't there?
Nope.
I thought they had like a junior one that was like bullshit.
Nope.
So they're only.
You know what time people started getting there today?
Yeah, they go to like 3 a.m. don't they?
No, they open at 7, right?
Yeah.
And normally people have been showing up around like 5 at the earliest.
I had a
They
similar.
showed up at 4.
The all shucks one's kind of fun.
This one, it's a lot better now. They got more land.
I went through there with my cousins, and
What's
I
it
may
called?
have cursed a lot.
Is it All Shucks
Yeah.
Haunted Trail?
Yeah, I think so. But
Okay.
it's a little bit expensive, but
It's $15.
to go through the haunted trail.
Yeah.
And you wait in line for like 2 hours.
I didn't. I got an express pass for $20.
You gotta go right up to the front.
Yep, right up to the fucking front. People are so mad too. They're like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, they have definitely they pay an off-duty officer too, and
Mhm.
that's like $20 an hour.
Mhm.
I think it might be
Mhm.
more than $20 an hour.
Mhm.
It's $20 an hour for an off-duty officer.
Mhm.
They cops love working off duty
They do.
because you don't
They
really,
make so much money.
you don't have to do any real police work,
Nope.
and you just have to like deal with bad customers, and you're a cop, so like you just tell people.
Apparently,
what the
Lacey got punched in the stomach.
fuck- by who?
Some dude.
Apparently, people don't know how to act on haunted trails.
That's stupid. Have you seen them ones that dude posted them on fucking YouTube and shit, where they were like fucking people up?
What do you mean?
The people that were working the haunted trail were basically torturing customers.
Why?
Dude, there's a whole documentary on it on Netflix. It's fucked up.
Oh, okay.
Like, they make them sign a waiver and everything, but like it's not like a bunch of people going through a trail. Like, you meet them at this fucking location. They handcuff you, throw you in a van after they put a mask over your face.
Okay, how can you be like, you can't tell me a story and be like, Steven, there's this really cool haunted trail where you pay people to abduct you and then beat the shit out of you.
No, they waterboard people.
Okay, haunted trail, paying for some kind of weird fucking whatever gets you off experience. Not the same thing.
No, like, watch the documentary. You'll be like,
It's not a haunted trail.
it is. It is. They got a trail part to it too.
Oh,
Once you
they
finally
beat
escape.
the shit out of you for 8 hours, and then it's just like
It's
they
not-
let you go on.
No,
They let you go on a haunted trail, like boo.
No, this haunted trail is bad as the torture. They grab you and pull you into walls and shit.
Boo.
No, not boo. More like, if you fucking touch me, I'm gonna shoot your ass.
I was like fucking with the people there who worked there, but I was like being funny. Like, I wasn't actually being a dick.
When did you go?
Like 2 years ago.
Eddie was there. He's been working there for 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah, I was just goofing with them. Like, I was just like, they were doing one where they had this guy who was like dressed up in the butcher's outfit, and they had the girl on the table who was screaming like he was cutting her up. And I go, I want the ham. Yeah, just one. Thank you.
Save me the liver.
Just like I was, and then like, there's the Hall of Mirrors thing, and instead of doing the Hall of Mirrors like you're supposed to,
That's gone.
like where you're supposed to like feel your way through it, and then like you kind of bump into a wall.
Yeah.
I just basically did it at a sprint, so that every time I would get to a wall, I would just go.
I
Just
for some reason, you know the one where you're on like a. You can come over here. Let him go. Hey, buddy. You know how they got like that thing where it's like spinning in circles, makes you dizzy,
no.
and you walk across like a metal bridge.
No.
You don't know what that
I
is?
don't remember what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, like, do you know of those at all?
I went in something like that in Germany, but no.
Dude, they fuck with me hard. Like it's like a giant neon tube
Yeah,
with a bridge through it, and it's got like that swirly thing going around the whole thing.
we did something like that in Germany.
Dude, that thing fucked me up every time. Every time I get in there, I cannot. My
What times have you been on it?
my equilibrium goes.
What's supposed to?
Yeah, but I'm surprised that it goes that way, and the bridge moves. Because I closed my eyes to do it, and the bridge was doing this. I was like, "You assholes!" That's what makes it so much worse for me. Because I get motion sickness. Like, I get car sick and shit like that if I'm not driving. But that fucks with people really hard who have motion sickness. I didn't know that till after I've gone through it like 3 or 4 times. I was like, I'm going to beat this thing. I didn't beat it. About threw up every time. Well, if we've already done an hour, Steven, do you want to keep going?
Let's go a little more.
Alright, I figured you
Cause
were
I
getting
want to do one
tired.
good spooky.
Do one good spooky.
Because you didn't like my other two.
I didn't say I didn't
you
like
called
it.
me a stupid, dumb McPoopy head. And
No,
then you criticized my race.
I just said you look Jewish. Alright, Ben Shapiro, calm your tits.
If I did have the Ben Shapiro yarmulke on right now, you couldn't tell.
No, your Jew fro is going crazy right now.
That looks like it right now. I'm not even Jewish.
He's not.
It is a pretty severe insult. Like, calling me names like that. But.
No, it's not. Eat a dick.
Let's see. Everybody knows Amityville. Like, Amityville was total bullshit. Something over here. It's those nuts that are falling out of the tree.
Mm.
Right, you know Amityville.
Mm-hmm.
That one's like total bullshit. That was like, except for the guy who like killed 6 people there.
Yeah.
That was real.
Yeah, that was real.
He definitely shot his entire family.
That's not funny, Steven. Why are you laughing?
Well, he was probably fucking his sister too, but.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
they weren't like, they're like stepsister.
Were they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
He was adopted.
What's a famous haunt that interests
I don't know. The one that they were doing on fucking where the police report reads as a fucking horror story, more recently than not. Like, I mean, it wasn't like that many years ago, like Amityville.
you? What was the situation?
Okay, so basically, what this family was living in this house.
Mm-hmm.
It was the wife, or it was the mom, 2 sons, and the grandma.
Mm-hmm.
They were all living in that same house. They would go to bed at night. They would hear noises. They'd hear stuff moving around at night.
Sure.
And then they would also hear footsteps come up the stairs and stop at the edge of the stairs. They'd never hear the door open. But they would hear footsteps coming up, stop. And then like around 3 or 4 in the morning, if you were still up, you heard them go back downstairs. And it kept happening over and over again. And then the kids were, they were like in the kitchen or something, and the mom was yelling at them or something. And then the one little boy got thrown across the room. Bruises, everything. She took him to the hospital to make sure he was okay. The parents thought, or the doctors thought, the mom was abusing the kids. So they start a investigation and everything and stuff like that. And I'm gonna have to answer this because she's pregnant. So. But
I'll talk for a second.
it's fucked up.
I keep finding myself alone on my best friend's podcast.
We're in the middle of recording. You just let him outside.
I'll hold down the fort. I am going to try to convince Jacob to be a paranormal investigator with me. How much of it do I believe? Don't know. What I do believe is that there is some level of phenomenon occurring that is unexplained. So, I'm not saying what it is, but I do believe people's accounts that something inexplicable is occurring. Everybody thinks they see Sasquatch. It's not enough. Calling me?
No, I'm not calling you.
Go. Everybody thinks they see Sasquatch. Well, they're seeing something up there. And Sasquatch reports don't line up perfectly with bear populations. So it's probably not a bear. Well, it's something. And I would want to find that out. The big one is UFO sightings cluster by geography. Areas. Mexico City is a hot spot. Washington, I think, is a hot spot, but Washington is not DC, let's say, is a hot spot for a bunch of stuff. Why are they clustering, right? Like, that's the question. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it really is a phenomenon that can be explained. But I would like to figure that out. Probably wouldn't go to make any television in Mexico. They cut off people's heads down there for using cameras. It's rather unfortunate. But yeah, we're going to see if we can talk them into doing it. Of course, it would be mostly a scam. You know, oh, you say your house is haunted? Sure thing. We'll come in and investigate. Hey, bud. Is Jack Bauer coming in?
Deacon is coming in, yes. glasses.
Jesus!
Did their other
He
mouth
literally is just more of Cain.
He really is.
Like,
he is his son, so.
You're right, he does have Sophie's.
He does have
Rather
Sophie's face.
attractive face.
He's adorable. I don't care what you say. Go ahead.
Sophie is not a cute dog.
No, Deacon.
No, Sophie.
I'm saying Deacon.
I know, Sophie is
So
not
wait,
a
what
cute
what are
dog.
you
I was just...
forcing upon our guest today?
You have to become a paranormal investigator with it.
Why?
Because it would be funny and it's for the law. Okay, come on. Sure.
Just
not-
let him do what he wants to do.
I was gonna see if he will lay down.
He will. But he sees Cain. That's his familiarities. He's not too used to this whole setup down here. He's like, what is this smell? What is this? What is that? What is this?
So
What is this?
Here's what I'd really like to do. Is the battleship North Carolina?
What battleship?
The battleship North Carolina, yeah, in Wilmington.
Oh, in Wilmington?
Yeah.
I was saying Charleston.
No, the North Carolina in Wilmington.
But, anyways, to get back to my story, the one I was telling before Kimberly called me.
You were telling the story before Kimberly. Yes, you were. My brain had you finish that story at. My brain's
So
like,
they took the kid
there's
to
a
the doctor.
ghost.
They took the kid to the doctor. The doctors were convinced that the mom was abusing him, and the grandma stood up for her, said that wasn't happening. And while they were in the doctor's office, the two kids and the grandma are out there while the mom was talking to the police and the doctors and everything, explaining everything to them. And the kid started screaming, like different language screaming, and his grandma was grabbing his hands and saying, "You are not you. You are not you," or something like that to him. And he was like, and walking him backwards to the wall. And then when they got to the wall, he started walking backwards up the wall. Over
Where the
top
fuck
of
did
her.
you hear this? Where the fuck did you hear this?
There's a police report
Where did you hear this?
on the dude that does
On
the
the dude
YouTube,
that does the YouTube,
the Mr. Ballin.
Mr. Ballin.
He shows it.
I'm gonna look at his face.
He's an ex-SEAL.
I think I know the guy you're talking about.
I've showed you him before. If y'all like scary, spooky stories, Mr. Ballin is the one you need to watch. He does a very in-depth dive on a lot of shit. But some of the stories that he tells, I mean, I don't know if he believes it either, but some of them I just don't believe.
Call him bullshit on this one.
You can call bullshit on it all you want. It was in the police report.
And my phone's not gonna pull it up. I know the guy you're talking about.
There's
Yeah.
still a whole lot more to that story too. Like,
Are they Hispanic?
no,
Okay.
they were not white though.
Because I'll tell you this: Hispanics don't fuck with demons. You're like
Neither does this race.
if you were a Hispanic person and you lived in a house and like we're all sitting at the dinner table and like this bottle goes on the dinner table, like most other people would be like weird.
Yeah.
Hispanic people would be like
El Diablo!
fucking moving out that night, just like
That's what
No.
I thought these people would do, but
No.
they didn't. White people are the only ones dumb enough to stay around when something's haunted. You know what I mean? Come here, Deacon. Hey, buddy.
his
Come on.
the dog's name
What, Deacon?
is Jack Bauer,
No, it's not. He's got a fucking collar on.
but Jacob insists on calling him Deacon.
No, you insist on calling him
Look,
Jack Bauer.
no, if they can look at it if they want to see it. It says Jack
Deacon.
Bauer.
It says Deacon.
It said they can see it on camera, Jacob.
No, they can't.
It says
You're so full of
Jack
shit.
Bauer.
You want me to put him up to the camera? Yeah, that's what I
I mean,
thought.
go ahead, do it.
dumbass.
Do it because
You
I
hesitated,
know what
so-
it says.
Yeah, because you're dyslexic. Just like me. That's why Kimberly had to spell it.
My dog, the name spelling might not be correct.
Which one?
Don't worry about that.
Oscar?
Elphaba is definitely misspelled.
Who the fuck names their dog Alphaba anyway?
My mother.
Sorry,
She
Mrs.
had
Whatever
just
your
seen
name is now.
She had just seen the musical
What musical?
Wicked.
What's Wicked?
It's this. It has to do with the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I can't watch it.
Why not?
It's bad luck for my family. Wizard of Oz is.
Well, there's a spooky story.
So the first bad thing that ever happened with the In Ties to Wizard of Oz, my dad, when he was 12 years old, coming home from school, he was going to go home and watch the live broadcasting of the Wizard of Oz. Comes home and finds out his mom died. Found her dead in the bed. So that sucked. And then ever since he never would watch the Wizard of Oz again, obviously. Pretty scarring after you find your mom passed away in the bed when coming home to watch a movie. And that's kind of just seared into your brain. And then my mom was dancing with my sisters to the Wizard of Oz. We're off to see the wizard thing. And she was dancing to it, and then just wrong step or something, broke her ankle. Just snapped her ankle in half. Like, that was really, really bad one, too. Like, it wasn't just like a little break. It wasn't a fracture. It was literally
Just
completely
gone
sideways.
through and through.
Yeah, it was horrible. And like the doctor was like, were you jumping on a trampoline? It's like, no, it's just what happens when Wizard of Oz is played. There's a couple other smaller incidences, nothing like super crazy, but enough. Dig in.
Oh, hey! Sorry.
Of course he's gonna try and poop inside.
You want to take him out?
Yeah, you want to take him out?
Entertain the.
Well, I figured we'd just end it. We're at 1:30 almost.
All right, that's fine.
All right. Well, dog tried to poop in the podcast area.
Hey.
We're gonna have to murder him, so he's no longer a mascot. But I'm Jake. You can find me and Steven on Gaming While Impaired. You can find Steven on Streaming While Impaired if that's still up.
Not really.
It's not up. You didn't keep any of the videos. That's the disadvantage to having a puppy around.
Okay, I'm opening a bay door for that one.
You can't.
Those are his locks?
They're my locks. I just haven't brought the key down here. But we'll catch you next time when who knows what next will happen. Dog's gonna piss on camera, or Steven's gonna shit on a dog on camera. Who knows? But we'll see you back on Average Joe's next time. Probably gonna change the name. Haven't decided yet, but there's too many Average Joe's on YouTube, so we're gonna have to. My vote's leaning more towards Average Bros. Just keep it similar, so that way we're not confusing people who watch us. If you would like to vote, leave a comment below and let us know what you'd like us to change the name of the podcast to. A little bit more unique. But we'll catch you back on the podcast next time. Peace.